Hello and welcome to Let's Play Alex Kidd in Miracle World on the Sega Master System. Sega 1986. Now the story of the game is that we have to help Alex Kidd stop Janken the Great from invading the city of Redaxion on the planet Ares. And to do this, Alex Kidd uses a martial art called Shellcore. There are 17 levels in total. I class a level as being the gameplay between two map screens, so I think there are 17 levels, but some people might disagree with me. I'll be doing the first 9 levels in this video, and the last 8 levels and completing the game in the next video. For some reason, the manual spells Redaxion as Redactian, although in the game it's spelled Redaxion with an X. This game was also built into early Master System 2s. There might be other differences between the cartridge version and the built-in version. I can't remember them, but the only difference I remember is that in the cartridge version, which is of which this is an emulation, button 2 is punch and button 1 is jump. And in the built-in version, button 2 is jump and button 1 is punch. So yeah, that's the only difference really that I can remember. There might be others. If anyone knows them, just let me know. Yeah, so I said I'd do this game after reaching 1,000 subscribers, and that happened this morning. I was at 995 yesterday, and now it's at 1,000. Or rather, it was at 1,000, then it went down to 999, and then half an hour ago it was up to 1,000 again, because someone from Hungary called PlayStation Gamer, thanks a lot for that by the way, left a comment on one of my Southern Fielder videos, I think part 2 or something, and he said that he was my 1,000th subscriber. So thanks for that. Anyway, let's play the game. Here's the first map screen, so here's the first level. Okay. It's important to get the money because you need it to buy stuff in the shops. Once the screen goes down, it doesn't go back up again, so you have to be aware of that. The game can only handle 2 items that you get from blocks on the screen at once. So if you get another item, the first one to appear will disappear. The first one to appear will disappear. It'll also disappear eventually if you leave it too long. In this block is always a power bracelet. If you want to use it, you have to press the pause button, which is annoying on the real Master Systems because it's on the power base. But on this emulator, I can just map the pause button to one of the controller buttons, which is nice. But it is annoying how Sega did that on some games like this, Wonder Boy 3, Jurassic Park, Land of Illusion, and everything. They made the pause button the menu button, so you had to keep bending down and pressing the pause button. Anyway, yes, if you want to use it, you have to pause it and put the arrow over the top of it, and then press button 2. And that means from now on, every time we punch, that happens, which is nice and handy. Although it runs out after we finish the level, lose a life, or go in water. If you touch an enemy, it's instant death, so don't touch an enemy. Now there are these annoying ghosts as well, and if you want to get some extra lives and I think some extra power bracelets, you have to make the ghosts appear. And if you want to make them disappear because they're instant death and they chase after you, you have to either escape them by making them go off the screen, or making 2 other items appear. That will make them go as well. So just be aware of that. But if you do make the ghost appear, and even if you lose a life, it works as well. If you do make the ghost appear, when you get to another block that would have a ghost in it, it will have a life in it, and I think the next one will have a power bracelet, I think, but I'm not entirely sure. And then after that, we'll have a ghost again. So if you want extra lives and I think power bracelets, make sure that you get the ghosts. Make the ghosts appear. Okay, so here's the first ghost. So just do that, and then that's it. Good. That was close. Yes, that's how you do this. Getting rid of this enemy can be awkward. I'll see if I can do that. Yeah, there we go. And go up here quickly to get the money. Good. If you hit the skull block and you don't have the power bracelet, then you'll vibrate for a couple of seconds. I think the manual says it gives out Alex the shivers or something, but it doesn't really do anything, it just makes you shiver for a couple of seconds so that you can't do anything, so you might be vulnerable to an enemy or something. Okay, do not touch that block there with the skull in it. That'll make another ghost appear, and it's not needed to make the lives appear. Yeah, so the blocks that have ghosts appear, I think they cycle. It goes ghost, life, and then I think power bracelet, and then it goes back to being a ghost again. So if you want extra lives and I think power bracelets, make sure you make the ghosts appear. Yeah, so only 2 bags of money can be on the screen at once, not including the bags of money that are already on the screen. They don't count, only ones that you make appear from the blocks. So those ones down there don't count, and they don't disappear either. So you can take ages to get these ones if you want. Okay, let's go down here on the right. And go down here. No, I missed it. In that block on the left there is a bag of money. You can get it if you want, but I find getting that fish is sometimes annoying. If you try to punch the fish, it doesn't work and then it kills you. So it's just a bag of money and they're not alive, so don't worry about it too much. But if you want it, go for it, but I find it's too risky. Okay, this thing will shoot out water. Yes, that's what that does if you don't have the power bracelet. It will shoot bits out, bubbles or something. Good. I don't want to get too close. The controls can be a bit fiddly. There's sort of inertia. If you're going too fast, it takes a while to stop. Good. Yeah. Okay. If you got the ghost from earlier, that means this one won't be a ghost. It'll be a life. So you can get a life there. But if you didn't make the ghost appear, if you didn't get that block, then that will be a ghost in there. So don't get it. I think the next one is a power bracelet. But I guess we'll find out. It might not be, I could be wrong. Anyway, that's the end of the first level. Here's the second level. Okay, go inside the shop, and if you've got enough money, you can buy all this stuff. Okay, there's a motorbike, or bike, whatever, for 200. And there's another power bracelet that you can get. And then there's something else. That is what the manual calls teleport powder, and it causes invisibility. That's not it doesn't cause invisibility, it causes invincibility for a few seconds, so that's quite nice. Must be a translation error. Okay, so it's like the skateboard on Wonder Boy. If you press right, you speed up. If you press left, then you slow down again. You're invincible to all enemies, but if you touch an unbreakable block, that'll cause you to fall off, and you have to do the rest of the level without the motorbike. Okay, so jump over that block, because that will make you fall off. Try to get the enemies and the money if you can. Miss that money, never mind. There we go. No, just managed to get that one. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you have to get off there. And here's the first boss. Now, for some reason, the boss, or rather, 7 of the bosses in this game, I think, you have to play Janken, which is another name for scissors, paper, stone. I think, yeah, this one is Stone Head, then there's Scissors Head, then Paper Head. Then you have to do those 3 again, and the last boss, Janken the Great, is another one. So, but luckily they all have the same pattern, I think. So you can just do the same pattern every time. I'm Stonehead, the 3rd henchman of the king. I'll let you pass by here if you win 3 Janken matches. Yeah, so it's the best of 3. If you get 2, then you win. If he gets 2, then he wins and you lose a life. So if you get 1, then he gets 1. You have to get the last one, otherwise he wins. So it's the first of 2, really. Yeah. You must choose either the paper, scissors, or stone before the music stops. Okay, the pattern for this one is stone, then scissors. And you can only know that from trial and error, really, but that's the pattern anyway. Darn it, I lose. Okay, so press up or down to choose the scissors. And then he's defeated because you only need 2 out of 3. Darn it, I lose. Okay, that's that, and that's the second level done. Here's a third level. Okay, so there's a life on the left there, which I will nab. Okay, there's a secret area underneath the octopus, and if you want it, you have to kill the octopus. You can either do that by getting the tentacle bit by bit, which is quite difficult and you might die, or you can use the teleport powder you got from earlier. And I think that's the only item that works underwater as well. Yeah, just get it a few times and it's dead. Okay, you get that, and then you can go in the secret area. Press down when you're on top of the pot, and then you're in. Okay, the teleport powder doesn't last very long. It's run out now. There we go. Okay, carefully get this fish. There we go. Just go above the second one because there's enough room. And then bingo, we're in a new area. Carefully get them. Don't make the screen go too far forward because otherwise you'll forfeit the... whoops, yeah, forfeited one there if you noticed. Make sure you get them before you make another block disappear, otherwise you'll forfeit the money. Doesn't matter too much, there's loads of money if you know where it is. Get that scorpion, it's hidden. Another scorpion there. That's it, okay, get the money here. Yeah, sort of like the physics of this game, there's sort of like inertia. If you jump faster, it takes longer to stop, but if you run faster, it takes longer to stop, but you actually jump higher. So you have to sort of get used to the physics in this game. It's a bit awkward. Okay, there's a life up there, and to get it, we do this. Get that scorpion. Okay, go up there. First of all, get the money. Get that block, but not the bottom one. Get that one. Carefully go up on the red block. Get that. Get that when the scorpion isn't on top of it. Then get the scorpion. Then get the life. There's a red block there just in case, because otherwise you won't be able to exit the level, but you can exit it like that if you want. There we go. That's the third level done. Okay, fourth level. I won't get that because I might fall in the lava. Okay, get that. I need to get these blocks just above me. There we go. Then I can just jump over that nicely. There's a scorpion down there, so be careful. Actually, 2 scorpions. That was close. Get that. Get that. That's it. Okay, get the pterodactyl thing. Beautiful. Okay, then go up there, or go through if you've got rid of the other blocks down below, so you won't be able to make that jump. Okay, and that's the end of the 4th level. Welcome, Alex. You are a prince from the country of Redaxion, who was kidnapped by evil men when you were but a small boy. Your native land is now being grossly misgoverned by the tyrant Janken the Great. Your mission is to save the populace from him. I thought Redaxion was actually a city. I suppose it could be a city and a country like Singapore, Vatican City, or perhaps Hong Kong. That's sort of like a country, isn't it? Anyway, you don't have to get the pettycopter here. You will still have one at the start of the next level if you get this. If you don't get it, but I'll get it anyway. But it'll still be there. I've tried. Okay, here's the 5th level. Now, if you go in the water, touch an enemy, or hit the top of your pettycopter with a block, or rather touch the blocks with the top of your pettycopter, you'll fall in the water and have to do the rest of the level in the water, which is annoying because there's loads of money here that you can get, so I advise that you stay at the top for as long as possible. It does eventually end. I originally thought it didn't end, but it does. But yeah, you can get loads of money here, so I advise that you stay on the top. It's also easier at the top, there are easier enemies, plus the pettycopter can shoot, so I strongly recommend that you not fall in the water. Whoops. Just don't get the money that's touching the blocks, the bottom of the blocks. Otherwise, you might fall. You might touch the blocks and then fall in. Oops, missed that one. So we'll just get this one. Oh, that was close. This does eventually end, but it just takes ages. It just repeats itself ad nauseum. Something in my eye, sorry. There we go. I hate it when the more you scratch your eye, or rather the edge of your eye, the worse it gets. I mean, where's the logic in that? Right, we're nearly done. Let's get this bag. Oh, got both of them, lovely. A bit risky though. Yeah, there's the end. I will show you what's in the water though. But if you want to go, you can go now. But I'll just quickly show you what's in the water. I have to scratch my eye again. Eyelid rather. Oh, nasty. Right, okay. There we go. So we finished immediately. There we go. Luckily I didn't touch the enemy, to be honest. Okay, here's the 6th level. Again, another shop. I strongly recommend that you buy a petticopter with the money that you got in the last level. Makes this level easier. There's also a magic capsule A that will make 8 mini Alex kids come out and hurt enemies. You have to use it and then press punch. And you can buy life if you want, which I will. I usually save that for a boss, so I'll be using that later on in the game. You can touch the side and the bottoms of the blocks, but not the top. If you touch the top, that means you'll lose the petticopter. It's the 6th level, this, isn't it? Yeah. I'd like to keep count if at all possible. It's very easy to lose count in this because it's not labelled. It really is something. My eye itch worse and worse. Really nasty. Right. Yeah, those enemies will commit suicide if they fall in lava, so that's quite handy. Let's get these. Life in there, which I'll nab. Thank you. Loads of money. Yeah, I'll go down here. And that's it, so get rid of that, and then you're back to normal. Okay, use the power bracelet here because this boss... You can either use the power bracelet, well, you can use nothing if you want, but it'll make it harder. You can either use the power bracelet or the magic capsule A, but I saved the magic capsule A for later. Yes, it's like a ball, and every time you hit it, it goes faster, so if you use your normal fists, you might mistime it and then die, so I highly recommend using the power bracelet. every time you hit it, it gets faster. There we go. That's the 6th level done. Okay, Prince Alex of Redaxian, you are looking very well indeed. We hear that your elder brother is imprisoned in the Redaxian castle, and you are the only person who can come to his rescue. Okay, brilliant. Okay, here's the 7th level, I think. Right, there are loads and loads of ghosts in this level. It's best just to ignore every single question mark block unless you remember which is which. It's really annoying. Although I do know which one is a power bracelet. Okay, big jump on top of there. There we go. Scorpion down there. I think this is a power bracelet. Yep, good. I won't use it yet because it might make me accidentally get a ghost. Yeah, that item down there is a telepathy ball. It will make it so that you can read the thoughts of your opponents in Janken. You can get it without getting it. If you get that block, it makes that square disappear, so you can get down there more easily. But you can get down there without doing it. I have done it before, but it makes it easier if you get rid of it. So then you can just do that and not have to time it as well. Okay, so big jump. There we go. Get rid of that. Oh no, I don't have the thing equipped build. Just don't accidentally get rid of any. Make a ghost appear. It really does muck this level up because it's really difficult to make the ghost disappear if you do make it appear. Yeah, so don't use your power bracelets if it's all possible. I can do this. There we go. Carefully drop down there. Get rid of him. Lovely jubbly. This is difficult without the power bracelet, but I'll try. Quick. Oh, blimey. Oh dear. I thought I was a goner there. Yeah, that's why usually I use the power bracelet here, but I really don't want to screw this up. Because then you might hit that question mark block, and that is a ghost, definitely. Good. Not entirely sure what that does. I think this might be one as well. I have known it to be a, yeah. It's sometimes a lie, but only because I get the ghost beforehand, so don't get it. It's not worth it. I have plenty of lives anyway. Good. Don't touch the thing. Let's just ignore that and go down here. I don't want to get a ghost to appear, it's really annoying. That one there is also a ghost, so don't hit it. There's also a ghost block on the floor there. So just be very, very careful here. Just ignore that. Go. Oh, he's gone. Well, I think the next Janken's coming up. Yeah, here he is. This is Scissor's Head. I'm Scissor's Head, the second henchman of the king. I'll let you pass by here if you win 3 Janken matches. You must choose either the paper, scissors or stone before the music stops. Okay, here we want scissors, then paper. As we have the telepathy ball, we can now see his thoughts above him, so that's what that does. There is another telepathy ball later on in the game if you missed that one. Janken the Great, he will cheat, I think. He will, yeah, now we want paper. He will change even after the music stops. That's the nature of a king. I mean, they don't earn being a king, it's their birthright, which is just a kind of cheating, really, isn't it? Darn it, I lose. Okay, that's that. Okay, now on to the 8th level. Okay, so Go inside the shop. We don't want the magic capsule A because we already have one of those, so we want the bike and the new item, the cane of flight. That will cause us to float around a bit. That's quite handy later on. Yeah, so it won't prevent you from buying something that you don't need, like on Captain Silver. So don't buy something that you don't need, otherwise you'll just waste the money. Okay, let's go. Careful of the spikes, of course. You don't want to land in them. That's it. That's it, good. Careful here, make the ghost appear, then make it disappear. Okay, careful here, make it come forward and then jump over it, bash into the wall. Okay, now we want to use our magic capsule A. There's also an annoying monkey in the top left that will chuck leaves at you, but just jump over the leaves. Use the magic capsule. I think it needs 7 of the 8 Alex Kidd symbols, or whatever they are. Mini Alex Kidds. Quickly use it. There we go. And jump over the leaf when it comes. Oh no, it needed all 8 that time. And that's the end of the level. Yeah, sometimes it needs only 7. Okay, now like before, if you muck up the speedboat bit, then you go in the water and you have to do the rest of the level in the water and you forfeit all the money. So if you want loads of money, make sure you stay in the speedboat. It's like the level with the pettycopter from earlier. It's also easier. Oh, whoops, messed it up. It's also easier in the speedboat, but if you do fall off, it doesn't matter. It does that level does eventually end, but like the pettycopter, it's just sort of awkward. All you do is forfeit money. Quickly go, stop that thing from shooting. There's the exit. Wait for this thing to shoot and go. Okay, let's go now, let's go for the exit now. Can't be bothered to let that thing shoot again. There we go. Oh, it did shoot. And that's the end of the 9th level. This is the 10th level, so I'm going to pause it there and end the video. In the next video I'll be doing the last 8 levels, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, yeah, 8 levels. I can count, wonderful. And then completing the game. So thanks for watching. We have power bracelet. The sun, I forgot to mention, yeah, at the start of the game we're given the sun symbol. We need to find the moon symbol, and then if we can't complete the game without them, but we've already given the sun symbol at the start. That's the sun symbol. We get the moon symbol later on. I think that's in the castle. We also need a letter. If we don't get the letter, then we won't be able to get a tablet. Although in theory, no, I don't think it is actually. If you don't have the letter, I think you lose a life or something. But you need the letter, and then if we get the letter, we get a tablet, and it will tell us in which order to jump on blocks on the last level to get the crown, and that completes the game. Yeah, so we have the sun symbol, the power bracelet, the telepathy ball, and the cane of flight. 9 lives and 1,830 money, whatever the money, a unit of currency is. So thanks for watching. I hope you can join me for next time, and goodbye.